How's it going, gamers? It's Jay here, and today I want to talk about why certain YouTubers flex so much. Now, most of you people are probably thinking, nah, it's because they used to be broke and they want to show off their wealth. But no, it's generally a bit more weirder and awkward than that. It has a lot more of a deeper connotation. See, within certain countries' laws, mainly in the US and the UK, there is a certain thing called a business expense. This means that if you're buying something to help your business or to help make money for your business, you get to pay less taxes basically. You get to pay less taxes on that item that you just bought. So, in knowing that, many YouTubers will flex buying certain items in videos such as cars, houses, jewelry, and clothes, because in doing so, that means they get to skip past the tons of thousands of pounds they would have to pay in normal taxes if it was just me and you buying something really expensive. See, whilst there isn't something like legally wrong with that, there is a certain moral ambiguity to it because, well, you're basically evading tax, but in a slightly more legal and clearer way. It's a very grey area, and I understand why YouTubers would do this. Because, well, for one, it means they get to buy the expensive thing and they get to show it off to their audience and look like massive douchebags. And two, they get to pay less fucking tax. It's fucking genius. And, like, the government can't do anything because technically, YouTube is a business. If you're making money off YouTube, that is your business. This is something you run to make money and livelihoods from. So, knowing that, that means they can basically film anything they fucking want and they can business expense the fucking shit out of it. If I wanted to business expense this mic at the end of the year, even though I didn't pay enough to pay taxes on it, but like, let's say I had to business expense this mic. I can do that because I bought this for my YouTube and my streaming, my business, even though I'm actually not making any money from it at the moment. So it doesn't really count as anything. But you can see, you get the picture. Basically, you pay less taxes, you get the expensive item you want, and you get to look like a douchebag in front of millions of people. Now, the question is, should YouTubers and social media influencers be allowed to do this? Because technically, they are not buying these items for their business. They aren't buying that expensive fucking Rolex to get their YouTube numbers up. That's just not how it goes. You know? So, should they be allowed to business expense those items? Personally, no. They should not be allowed. This is fucking clothes and shit. The fuck you business expensing it for? It's kind of stupid. It's takes away a lot of money that could go to local communities and shit like that. You're just basically tax evading at that point. But I think it's definitely something that the government needs to catch on to, because if you've got these YouTubers running around not paying their fair share of taxes, just running around like little assholes, driving their fucking Lamborghinis on their YouTube video being like, oh yeah, fuck me, I'm rich as fuck. You know, it doesn't really seem right that they get to business expense that even though they are not using that for their business. They are not using that to grow their channel or to help any other one out. Like, to help anyone out. That's why I believe there needs to be a sort of thing put in place to stop that. But there's also a different place where you can talk about this, such as Mr. Beast videos. He gives away large sums of money, items and shit, and at the end of the year he has to pay tax on that. The money he used and has given away to these people, he has to pay tax on that money at the end of the year. Now, Mr. Beast has said in videos that he doesn't want to tax the people that he's given the stuff to. So that means he's either going to, one, have to business expense it, or pay all the fucking tax himself. And if you calculate how much money Mr. Beast has spent in the past year, the past tax year, that man owes a fucking shitload to the government. But should he business expense that? See, I feel like because he's helping people and that money isn't going to him, he's not benefiting from that money or what he's bought with that money, I think he is allowed to business expense that. I feel like he should be allowed to business expense that. But when it comes to some little fucking Chinese douchebag known as Rice Gum, who shows off all his fucking Gucci and Supreme clothes and shit like that, he shouldn't be allowed to business expense that. When it comes to property that at the end of the day the person who made the video will own, no, they are not. They should not be allowed to business expense that. But when it comes to the money people are giving away and to help other people and to just do a cool thing, they should be allowed to business expense that because it's helping the community. So that is why YouTubers go around flexing the shit out of everything they buy, and that's why they put the price tag in every fucking thumbnail, because not only do they get to business expense that, they get the little kids to click on it going, oh shit, this man's got a fucking Rolex. Yeah, they get to watch that and enjoy that, and they get to business expense that. That is why YouTubers flex the fuck out of everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any thoughts about what I've talked about today, or any thoughts about anything about this video, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear them. If you're new here, please subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Fuck off.